Listen, we have another guest coming in right now. Okay?
Shout out to the Water Mexicans.
Listen, first of all, shout out to the Water Mexicans, but second of all, we have another guest coming in right now. Listen, we had to sit down and talk with this gentleman because we have a theory that I don't know if it's possible to test, but the speed that this man possesses, the speed that this man possesses is not, how do I say, it's not, well, it is humanly possible.
It's human, yeah.
But it is also like on some Lord of the Rings shit.
Yeah.
Like they're
it's
different.
beyond human.
It's
almost.
beyond human,
Mystical
bro.
in a way.
Literally, that's the best way.
Yeah.
It is mystical levels of speed, bro. And I'm hoping that we could display it right here today. I don't know if we have a backpack or something, but right now we have to bring out the motherfucking champ, Aljo Sterling.
Let's go, baby! Aljo, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you living?
Good,
Oh,
man.
he's got the backpack.
The backpack is
got
here.
the backpack.
I know how to do the door speed real quick.
Come here and sit down, bro.
Oh, man.
What's up,
Have a
fellas?
seat, have a seat, have a
What's
seat.
good? All right, first things first, watch check. What we got?
Okay, we got to see what we working with.
Oh, something a little icy.
Damn.
Everybody doesn't fuck with the mic. You're good.
Thank you, sir.
You're good. Okay.
You know,
Listen.
I don't know if y'all know about this shit.
Oh, shit. Where'd your backpack go? You just had a backpack on. Where'd that shit go?
Oh, the dwarf speed is in full effect.
Insanely
Bro,
fast.
I was crying when I heard that. Oh my God, I thought that was so fucking funny. Funny as hell.
Okay, we're watching. I'm obviously watching this fight, right? And I've obviously seen you fight before, but I'm watching this one specifically, and I'm like, God damn, how terrifying it would be to be in a fight with somebody, right? But like a bar fight, and you think it's gonna be like straight up, and then all of a sudden they're on your back, like attached to you.
Yeah.
With the speed of only a dwarf possesses, right? Have you been like sparring with people and they were like, God damn, bro, that was some dwarf ass shit.
Yeah.
you just pulled
Is
back
one of your trainers a small person?
there." It has to be, right? It has to be.
When did
I mean,
Dwarfs are fast with specific things. They're not fast walking down the street. They look quite slow walking down the street with them big old asses they got, bro. They got some big old numbers, bro. They got the Lupita. You know what I mean? Respectfully, though, but they got they built like Lupita,
Stud, bro.
right? But you possess that fucking speed, bro.
it's we worked on that a little bit. You know?
You did?
We worked on that a little bit. It's I don't know where it came from. I think maybe wrestling.
Yeah.
College
Because
wrestling.
you started out wrestling.
Yeah.
So the jiu-jitsu is newer to you.
It's more new, but then it just kind of like played into the wrestling aspect because in wrestling, in folk style, like in American wrestling, when you take people down, you get your points or you start in the top or bottom position. And from there, I was always like a leg rider, so the same thing, like jiu-jitsu, you throw the legs in, you take the back, you try to strangle a motherfucker, try to put him to sleep, and it's kind of just easy transition.
So that transition was easy for you.
Very, very easy.
And do you think like I'm specifically thinking about even Jan fight. You're in there like at a certain point, do you go, oh, I can take that whenever I want,
Oh yeah.
and then supreme confidence after that?
It was, you know, I even said like to the fans, because I do like a little breakdown on my podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Shout out the pod though. Shout out the pod.
I don't even know who am I talking to. The Weekly Scraps, the
right
Weekly
here.
Scraps, baby. All streaming platforms. So I was talking about it, and I break down the fight, and I go back to that fourth round. I just took his back the second round, shut him down the third round, and then the fourth round, I take him down again. And then I'm like, I get a little cocky. I'm like, all right, I'm about to get fancy. I try to jump on his back, try to get some style points, and then I fell off and I ended up on bottom. I was like, all right, that was stupid. But yeah, so pretty much I got confident, but then at the same time, you gotta still be smart about how you're approaching it, because then just trying to jump on a guy's back, no shirt on, you start sweating, and then you just slide right off the top.
Yeah.
Pause. I had to throw that in there.
We fast forward. We fast forward.
That was a few more
That's
pauses.
all I heard you say. Take him from the back and then you slide
Lock
off.
up his legs.
You leg riding the whole time?
Leg riding.
I was ripped up with your leg riding, bro. Let's go. What's in that backpack?
Listen, I don't even know. They just gave this to me.
Oh, they gave it to you?
They call me
love
the
it.
Jan Sport, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so you become the champ. Is there an immediate sense of supreme confidence?
Nah, not really, because the way I won the belt obviously wasn't like ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, DQ, got knee in the head. I'm like, I felt like I lost. I felt like I got my ass
No, I'm
beat.
saying when you beat for the second time.
In the rematch. Oh yeah, I just kind of felt like after 13 months of people talking shit for so long, like, now what, motherfuckers bow down to the king, you know? So you can say whatever you want. You can say, oh, you got robbed. I'm like, it's not a robbery if it's a close fight. It's not a robbery.
Yeah.
Right. It's a close fight.
Yeah.
So That's how I felt. Got to shut everybody up because they said he was gonna dominate me any way that he wanted. I'm like, what am I, just chopped liver? Like, am I not gonna put up a fight? Am I in prison right now? I don't know. But I'm glad I went out there, got the dub, and shut everybody up.
And then now, obviously, another dominant performance. I mean,
what you about to say?
No, nothing. I mean it for real. Like to me, I heard about obviously the dislocations and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. And I have a lot of respect for him, but I just don't know if it would have been any different.
I think
you're operating on a different level right now, man.
Yeah.
I mean that.
The frequency felt different, and
wait, define that. But what do you mean by frequency?
Like when I grabbed him and he threw that kick, it felt like everything was in such slow motion, just because we drilled everything that he does so often. And we knew he was gonna throw the front kick. Sometimes when he's in space, he'll do this stupid thing and then he'll just blast the front kick, timed it perfectly, caught it. I was like, this is just like taking candy from a baby right now. As soon as I grabbed his leg, I felt like it was a man versus child, and I just kind of just threw him down. He just felt like, I'm not even trying to talk shit or be cocky about it. I felt like when I grabbed him,
That's the best way to talk shit. I'm not even trying to talk shit. It felt like you were a child.
That's New York shit talk.
Like a little baby.
That's New York shit talk. You don't even
that
realize.
is the most New York shit.
I felt like I kind of hemmed him up. So it was just like, this is your king? This is the king that was supposed to, like, what are we talking about? Wakanda forever? I know. What are we talking about, you know? But yeah, I felt like it was just different levels. I mean, I know the show that came out, I had a torn labrum before, and I had 7 pro fights. And
with
I had
the
to come
torn
up,
labrum?
With the torn labrum, coming out and training, the same exact shit. So I'm just like, don't make the excuse
about
the shoulder after you just said you won 2 fights against a tough dude in
with the
Cody
exact
Garbrandt.
same shit.
With the exact same shit. You use it to brag, but now you're using it as a crutch because you lost. Like, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't try to, here's some salt for your wounds and go home. You know? That's really it.
So what's next for you? Like, I know you're seeing the other fights out there. Like, what are you looking at? Who is the fight that you actually think is easiest that other people are excited for?
That's easiest. I feel like this is a layup.
Who is it?
I'm gonna slam it home. Mr. Sugar Tits, I think.
Wow. Why do you think?
Because his grappling is like, if I'm comparing him to the 3 guys that they're talking about, it's him, it's Cheeto, it's Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
His grappling, I think, is the least threatening, but
He would probably agree with that.
I'm sure he would.
But yours is the most threatening.
Exactly.
And you don't think that he has the grappling to get you off. Like, if you go dwarf on him, no. Fast forward, if you go dwarf on him, there's no way that you're gonna get off of him. You're gonna ride that back.
Sunset, baby. Nah, I don't think he would be able to stop me once I got to that position. I don't think anyone in the bantamweight division, honestly, even if I went up to 45, I think it would be a tough night.
I'm curious about that. Like,
I'm 170 pounds right now.
Really?
Yeah, I get pretty big, man. People think it's like, oh, you took no damage, just go back and fight another couple months.
Like, can I eat a little bit?
Dude, I want to chill. Like, I can't just bounce back up and then do that shit all over again. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that unless you've been through the trenches a little bit.
You're 170 right now?
Right now, I fight at
Holy
135.
Shit. Wow.
Holy shit.
That is nuts.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
What is the cut?
See, Dove, that's what you should have done.
Well, the last week I do about like 10 pounds. So it's not
That's
actually
not
a lot.
crazy.
It's like 12 the last week. But I have to do it in increments to slowly get down. So the week before I'm walking around about 50 to 55. And then from there, I keep the water low going. And then that last week on Sunday, I'm hoping to wake up at like 148, 147. And then I go into Tuesday fight week, which is the official fight week. And maybe at like 147, 146.
Yeah.
And then from there, I got to just maintain that. It's like super low energy, and I'm already lean, man.
Yeah.
So to find 35
That's
pounds,
why it's surprising.
it's not easy, you know.
Yeah.
So I gotta. It hurts, man. So that's the best way I could put it. So people are gonna say, "Well, why don't you just go up a weight?" I'm like, I would, but then I gotta fight these guys who are 6'2", 6'4". Like those are monsters.
Because they're dropping down from 190.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
We have some guys that walk around like a $180. And they cut down. So it's like a 10-pound gap.
Yeah.
But that 10 pounds makes a big difference when you're trying to take somebody down or when they cracking you in the face.
100%.
What's that cheat meal after you've been cutting weight? What do you come back with?
Last night, drunk, eating some 99-cent pizza slices.
Yeah.
Walking out, giving a shout out to New York City Pizza. Yeah. Got a dollar slice for you guys. You guys want to hook you up. So, that was me just talking shit all night yesterday. Just walking out, 99-cent pizza, I got ya.
Just balling.
That's on me, baby.
Balling.
99 cents.
$100 make everyone's day.
That's it. But I'll eat anything, but I love Jamaican food, man.
Oh,
Always,
really?
always go to the Jamaican food. Some oxtail, some rice.
You Jamaican?
peas. Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know you guys had Big Ack.
Yeah. yeah.
He is funny as hell.
That
man.
motherfucker's hilarious.
Where's
bro.
Big Ack though? Big Ack.
Yo,
Yeah,
Ak
yeah.
is out in Wisconsin, bro.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
shows this weekend.
Yeah, he had to go to
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
What part of New York? You say you're from New York.
Long Island. Long Island.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
actually
so I'm
gonna
like-
guess that. I was like,
We're like
yeah.
the sixth borough, you know?
Watch out for that dwarf, Al.
Yeah, you gotta
Get
chill.
dwarfed out.
He's I got bargain for him.
Nah, you blink, he's on your back. I swear to God.
But yeah, it's like, it's all right.
You're from Far Rock.
Yeah, what
You're basically
borough are you
Long
from?
Island.
Son,
What
Far
are you
Rock.
talking about?
That's the
Far
eighth
Rock
borough.
is-
It's more of
you
a
want-
borough than Staten Island's a borough.
If you got sand, you from Long Island.
Son, say that to people from Far Rock.
Well, no, I won't do that.
Exactly. exactly.
No, I won't do exactly that.
Yeah. Well, he actually grew up near there too. He grew up on Fire Island. That's a fact.
No,
Look at that. He just
Why are you
started
laughing?
outside.
Why are you laughing?
Why you being that Jamaican?
Why you
bro?
laughing?
Yo, why you being so Jamaican?
Well, he's a Betty boy. He's a Betty boy.
Yeah, listen.
No, he's a fish boy, right?
I'm a fish, bro. No,
boy.
my folks had a place on
No
Fire
fish,
Island.
no
I would,
fish.
I would.
He's
No
a
fish
fish.
thing. No fish
The
thing.
fish ting boy.
No, I was a little fish thing running around Fire Island in my youth. Yo, I was a little fish youth. But no, we would spend our summers there.
Your
for real.
parents thought you were ugly, bro. That's
Why you think?
crazy. Because they took little old you, 12 years old, to the island, let you unsupervised, let you run around.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that?
What you think gays is just fucking little boys, bro?
I'm just saying.
Why would you put that on there? It's not the church.
I'm not bad. I was thinking Catholic. I grew up Catholic. So I just
Fix it
assumed.
for the lie.
For my life, you mean?
Okay, so what are you thinking this weekend? Who do you got?
It's a tough one, man. Because I'm in the game. Like, you go from someone, not even someone, like the world doubting you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And saying, like, you have no chance of winning this fight. And you're just like, huh, okay,
Yeah.
let's see. And then you got this fight where I'm just like, Izzy versus Pereira. I think Izzy's he should win. But that man's got that old lefty, man. That shit just, when that shit smacks you, that shit is just, and he put him down with that before, before, right? So there's always that puncher's chance. But I do think he's a little too slow for a guy like Izzy.
Yeah.
And he should be able to pick him apart. If he's smart, I know he's talking this entertainment shit again. If he's doing that, it could get him caught, get him clapped.
Yeah.
But I think if he fights tomorrow the same way he did against Cannonier and Yoel Romero, it might have been boring.
Right.
Not the most entertaining, but it
Yeah.
was smart, it was technical.
But
And he did
isn't
what
it
he
the
did.
job of the person who's challenging?
Challenger.
Say it.
Exactly. Let the challenger go take that belt.
Take
you want
that-
this
you
belt?
want it or
You
not,
come
yo.
take the belt, bro.
Exactly.
Don't fucking start criticizing me because your boy came in here and didn't do enough to win. That's
There you
on
go.
you, not me.
100%. Yeah, I feel
That's how I feel
I
about
feel like
that.
it's an unfair criticism. Obviously, it's fight sports, right? We want to have the most exciting fights.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what we want. And as a fighter, you also want to have the most exciting fights because that's how you're going to make the most money.
Yes.
I'm sure you're going in there going, I hope I get a highlight reel finish in some way.
Oh, yeah, because that's what people want to see. That's what
Absolutely.
they want to see. That's what they tune into. And
Wait, will you
can
put
sell that?
Will you put yourself in more danger, you think, knowing that?
Yeah,
Really?
you do. Because you got to go for it. So you got to take chances. Well, you can sit there and point fight and be smart and look at it like a sparring session, but if you want to go out there and get these highlights, man, you got to take risks, man. And my coach always says, Ray Longo always goes, in order to knock somebody out, you got to be in a position to get knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yo.
And that's that. I mean, I was like, okay.
And that's the
a
danger
good
zone.
way
You're
to look
putting
at it.
yourself in the danger zone.
Yeah, because most of us are the same size, same frame. If I throw a punch, you could probably hit me. Maybe it's a different angle. I'm slipping the punch. While you throw something, I miss, but I hit you. But if I throw something and I miscalculate that and you clap me,
Exposed.
That's, yeah. So going for it, especially with those little gloves, it's not boxing, man. You don't got these pillows to protect you a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a different game, man. You hit somebody with one of these, that's night-night.
Yeah.
Have you felt like a just an emotional difference from other people now that you're champ?
Oh, yeah.
Especially
The love is semi-back. I still get booed, and I take it all in. I'm like,
Yeah.
bring it. But
it
there's a
feels
lot
like
more
people
love.
are riding for you now.
I feel both. And you know what it is? You know, I kind of feel fucked up about this because they got me on the fence now because I feel like before I had a lot of love when I finished Corey Sandhagen, that was in 2020, and everyone was calling me the uncrowned champ.
Yeah.
And then I go into this title fight. The UFC does everything they can to not give me this title fight.
Why do you think?
I don't know, because I really don't know. Marlon Moraes, he knocked me out. That was 2017. I'm like, dude, we're way past that.
Yeah.
I'm in a different spot. He lost the title shot.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to battle back. Now he's fighting Corey Sandhagen. If Marlon Moraes beats Sandhagen, Marlon Moraes leapfrogs me to get another shot at the title, and I get pushed down to the bottom. He loses, Corey Sandhagen beats him. I slept Corey Sandhagen in the first round. Okay, so then they try Frankie Edgar. He fights Pedro Munoz. He has a split decision win, very back and forth, close fight. So now Frankie Edgar is not the hero that they thought he was going to be coming down. So now this is back to Aljamain Sterling. So whatever, I get the title shot. Now people that never see me fight, they only seen that fight. So now they have this burnt image in their head, like this guy sucks. And I get it. I'm like, if I only seen that fight, I'd be like, okay, this guy's not very good. So I've always been very in tune with the fans. I always interact with fans. They talk shit, I talk shit back. They think it's like an insecurity thing. I'm like, dude, I really don't give a fuck. I write it and I go, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I like to engage.
Yeah.
So then going back to what you're saying, I feel like after that Jan fight, how everyone just flipped on me, and it was like a different emotion that I got because now I'm seeing,
you're saying.
Yeah. So now I feel a little bit colder to them because I'm just like,
because people thought that you were lying about it or you weren't doing it. Yeah.
it was that. One it was that saying I was acting and just like how they wrote me off. I was once a fan. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. Why do you feel compelled that you need to go out of your way to write that?
Yeah, that's a wild comment.
It's like, I was once a fan, but then after your antics, I'm like, antics? I got fucking kneed in the head, boy. Like, what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, but you sold it. I'm like, I sold it? I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I got blasted in my head. I've been getting punched the entire time.
Yeah.
I took my ass whooping like a man. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't know how you can act that in that moment in time. Like, dude, I had no recollection of that night until I got back to the house.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I just felt like now, after I beat Jan, now everyone wants to take a picture and everything. I'm just like,
oh, so
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
Trust me.
Fuck you. That's how I really felt. I'm just like, man, that can't be.
It's hard to trust the support.
Yeah, because now I'm like, now I see you. I don't know if you want to run up on me because you lost some money on the DQ win. So now I just don't know how to feel because I'm like, I don't know if you're a real one or you're just sitting here. And it just makes me look at the interactions a little bit different. I kind of try to distance myself now, unless I feel like, I don't want to say safe, but you just don't know what people's intentions are, man.
So New York.
Yeah,
it's like I'm the same man.
Most New York
I don't know what you're about.
like.
Yeah, you don't know what time people want. Like, people that just like,
We don't trust kindness here. Because kindness is usually used to take money out of our pockets.
Exactly.
And not in necessarily a bad way, but it's like if somebody comes up to you in the street and they're like, hey man, how you doing? Like, you have a moment?
Yeah.
You're like, uh-oh. Because it's a moment for
what?
Exactly. Like, can I save the trees or whatever? You're trying to get some money. So, but at the same time, what is that saying? Like, prophets let people convert. Now, I'm not saying you've got to be a prophet, but if you are going to be someone that people are fans of, you're going to have to let them be won over by you. And you've given performances that are worth being won over, right? Like, so that's one of those things where, like, and I know it takes time. I went through the same shit. I remember when I was doing the MTV shows and people would notice me on the street, but I didn't know that they were looking at me for that. Yeah,
so
I'm just mean-mugging motherfuckers like, yo, what's up then? Right? Like, not like I'm gonna do nothing, but I'm from New York, so I'm gonna fake do something. You know what I'm saying? I hope this motherfucker stops looking at me before I stop looking at him.
And sometimes you're just like that. Like, I grew up very different, so people that don't understand, like, they looking at me, they're staring and shit. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on through your head, but you staring at me and making me uncomfortable.
But they're staring at you like, that dwarf motherfucker will beat the shit out of you. You know how fast he is? He gets to your back and stuff. Like, they're intimidated by you, so they don't want to interrupt your day. They've seen you watch. They paid $60 to watch you fight, and you're still coming off of this thing like, do people like me? Do they not like me? It will take a second. It will go away, but let that shit go, bro.
I try, man. I try. Because, I don't know. Like, my upbringing, my brother was blood. There's a lot of gang violence growing up in Unionville, Roosevelt, where I grew up in, and it's just different. So you kind of have to be a little bit on edge a little bit.
How did you not get involved in that?
I dabbled a little bit. I realized
immediately. I know. I was like, he must. Immediately.
I realized that shit wasn't for me, though.
Why you threw that shit on your brothers, right?
How you do it? It's like, oh yeah, the people I room with was
all of my friends. All of my friends.
Immediately.
The place that I hung out.
We grown now. We matured, bro. That's the old.
Bro, it's so funny. There's a friend of mine. there's a friend that you guys all know, and I remember we were in high school, and he was hanging uptown. He was hanging with some blood dudes and whatever, and he was like, yeah, they really want me to join, and I was like, oh, well, what does that entail? And he goes, well, they want me to like cut somebody's face with a box cutter, and I'm like, well, that's a lot. That seems like quite the commitment.
What's the other side offering?
Like, you guys can't just be friends? What is that? It don't really work like that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, right? Like,
it can be intense, but I'm just glad I never fully committed into it, because I found wrestling. Wrestling gave me a different direction, different path. But yeah, I dabbled a little bit. I saw a couple of fights. One dude swung a bike with the pegs on it, the Huffies.
Whoa.
And whacked this dude. This is outside of the school, though.
We used anything.
And I was just like,
Anything.
I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, I'm like 5'3". I may be 110 pounds. I'm like, yeah, this life ain't for me. I'm gonna go play basketball.
Let me get my bike back and I'm gonna leave.
I was like, I'm gonna leave this one alone.
was it older brother or younger brother?
Older brother.
Now, did he, in any way, did he see your success with wrestling and go, yo, why don't you try to ride that to something?
Wrestling was gay. Considered gay. I feel like I can say that on here.
The black people didn't wrestle.
It was
You have to be like one of the only people.
Exactly.
Only
It's
black
just straight
people.
up. Like we did have a really good wrestling team in Uniondale, but I didn't come out for the team. My boy tried to get me to wrestle for years, and I was just like, nah,
I really
bro.
tried to give your brother credit. Like, he steered you in this direction. He was like, nah, he said that shit was wild fish.
Yeah.
That's the only way white people can be greater to the sport, is that black people think it's gay. That's our only hope.
We got to make all our sports gay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to take a break for a second because it's time to get healthy, okay? We're going to get healthy the quick and easy way with one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens 1, AG1, right here. You're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right, okay? This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all the things, literally, okay? AG1 is a small micro habit with massive benefits. You're gonna be sleeping better. The quality is gonna be so improved of your recovery, specifically the mental clarity and alertness you're gonna get. And it costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Think about that. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/flagrant. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/flagrant to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Now let's get back to the show. So then why'd you go do it?
Well, I got cut from the basketball team.
Right.
And then after that, I realized, like, I'm gonna be 5'4". The wrestling coach came up to me. He's like, you're gonna be nothing but 5'4", 115 pounds soaking wet. Just come wrestle. If you don't like it, then I won't ever bother you again. He tried to get me 9th grade. My best friend tried to get me in 9th grade. He tried to get me in 7th. And I was like, nah, dude, like, just these guys in these singlets, they're touching each other. Like, Jamaicans, I never seen this a day in my life. I'm like, yo, bro, what is wrestling?
I'm daggering with men? Like, I'm not
Wild, crazy. They're like crouching to the ground and shit, and it's all this shit. I'm like,
Yeah, you see these guys, they circling, you're like, It's
wild,
like,
crazy.
Nah, bro, that's not for me. But then I came out.
Wild, crazy.
You first day of wrestling. Yo, imagine getting your brother to come to the tournament.
I think they might have came to like 2 matches, man. My entire high school career.
Really?
That's it.
Really?
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But now it's
Would they we're like, hey, yo, like the whole time.
That's why you became so great, though. You're like, I can't lose to this guy.
That's
you know what I mean?
dude.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I'm just glad I found that. Gave me a different avenue, different
So
path.
what convinced you to do it?
Well, I got cut. That was literally.
So then after that, they pull you, and then you go, fine, I'll give it a try? Like what?
Yeah, so I came down to the practice. I was like, what do I need? And then he was like, it came down, it was like a WWE match. There was like no real rules. Like he didn't teach us the rules like that. He made it fun. So he didn't like go like, you gotta be in the stands and doing all this boring shit. We came down, it was like a battle royale. It was like, you just gotta take him down and slam him on the floor. I was like, word?
Oh, that
like,
sounds
so for me, it's like, we about to body up.
Yeah.
So, and like, you definitely know. You guys all know. you're in the hallway, you're wrestling, you're grabbing each other's pants, trying to pick somebody up, and you're trying to, we call it back then, I'm trying to earth you, So it's a little bit different. So that's what we're doing. So now we're in there. Obviously, you can't do that in like a real wrestling match, grabbing a singlet.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to like yoke them up real quick, slam them down, and I'm like, all right, this is kind of fun. Yeah. And from there, I was hooked, man. Then they started learning the rules. I'm like, all right, this is a little bit more complicated than I thought. And then my first match, I got my ass whipped. I got teched. Tech means you got beat by 15 points or more. Wow. I had no idea what was going on. I thought I was in this match the whole time. Like, the whole time. I'm getting spanked. I have no idea.
He's at the end raising his hands. He's like, that was me. That was me. You saw that, bro?
Wait, why?
my
Why?
God.
He was just bodying you by the rules and you didn't understand the
I
point
had no
system?
idea the points. He was turning me. I'm like flipping around, like trying to get up. I stand up. I'm like, and I get taken down again. I'm like, I thought I gave him everything I got, but I lost the match. And then they blew the whistle, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? They're like, no, your match is over. I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm just confused. It's like, yeah, you got teched. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, the coach just looked over like, yeah, you got worked. I'm like, damn, I didn't know.
That's hilarious.
Crazy.
So what made you go back after that? I would have been like, nah, I'm good.
That was my first match. It was a varsity match too, and I should have been on the what do you call it, the JV team.
Yeah.
But I guess they threw me in there because, and I'm scrapping with the big dogs in there, but I don't know the rules. I'm just scrapping. So I guess he like just took a chance, but I got my ass whipped. I was one and done that day. So I lost that match and I was just chilling for the rest of the day, which kind of sucked. But wrestling tournaments, they're kind of shitty in that regards. Like if you lose, you literally, we go 0-2 in the barbecue. So you lose, you're just done for the day.
Done.
And you just watch everybody else wrestle. Eat food and just be bored all day.
They got to change the uniforms. That's how they get more people involved.
But they did though. They got like the shorts now and like the rash guard to make it more like a
it's not like a
gladiator type of feel.
anymore. Oh, that's kind of cool.
They can still wear the onesie, the single. I mean,
It's the one piece by
Let me not disrespect my wrestling community.
Nah,
Do you fluff before you go out there? Like,
No.
Just a little though, right?
Like, smack it one time.
No funny.
So just hit the tip of it. Yeah.
No.
Just to get blood flow. To be intimidating. You know how Connor always goes out there with a big old fucking rock hard. you know how Connor blue chews before he
You gotta
goes
hit a
and does
blue
the
chew,
weight?
hit it like the Casa Azul. This fucking
He had a full-on boner when he was doing the face-off with Mayweather. You didn't see that?
Well, he put those pictures and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I think you know what you're doing, but why are you doing this? Why are you doing this for everybody to see?
Yeah. Would you not be intimidated by that? You go on a face-off, you
I'm
feel
like,
him?
5 feet.
If you saw that mediocre Irish dick, you don't think
You touch noses and tips? Like, that's a little intimidating, bro. You're like, why do I feel you before I feel you? Like, that's crazy. You got to do that.
Yo,
bro.
you might have to do that. Come on. Who's next for you?
So don't listen to these. Like,
I don't know.
Who do you think?
I'm hoping it's Somali, but I'm hearing rumblings, and usually when you hear the rumblings, it's true. It's gonna be Henry. The only thing about Henry, I don't mind fighting him. He hasn't fought in 3 years. So I go out there and I spank this motherfucker, right? Then you're gonna go, oh, you beat a guy who's on the couch for 3 years. I'm like, there's no winning. There's no winning.
And why would it be Henry?
I don't know.
Is there like big interest in seeing him fight again?
I don't know. I gotta ask the UFC that, because I'm just like, dude, the money fight is the guy with the colorful hair.
Yeah.
Give me that motherfucker. Give me 6'9".
yeah.
Fight 6'9".
Yeah. And what is strategy for that?
For which one, 6'9"? Or?
Yeah.
Close it. I just realized I'm still calling him 6'9". Close the gap, man. He fights well going backwards, though. That guy he can spark you going backwards, which is dangerous. But once I close that window, I think I lock my hands around his waist, pause. I think I get a body lock, I can literally fold him like
Do you say pause during the fight? Like, you take that back, you're like, yo, pause, yeah, I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna be on this back for 3 minutes.
It's so hard to be a UFC fighter and be from New York.
You can't be from New York and
every
fight
single
the UFC.
term is like pause word.
Like, pause on that one.
The ref gets you up and you're like, yeah, you were right. I was on his back. That was a little wild.
Get
Right there.
dominated position, pause on that too.
That's great. So what happens? You close that distance and then you gotta take him down.
He's gonna give up his back. That's what he's just gonna do. That's what they all do. They give up their back and they just dominate.
And why? Why do they give up their
I'm trying to
back?
say it with a straight face.
Why do they give up their back?
I think I don't know. I feel like on a serious note, I feel like they think that's the better way to get out. But which is for wrestling, you give up the back in order to escape. You go 2-on-1, fight the hands, you peel and turn and face. You get 1 point escape. For this, you give up your back, you get taken down, I throw the hooks in, I'm looking to choke you out. Or if you do what TJ did, and then you allow me to get to a mount position, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So you gotta pick your poison and which one you wanna be in, So I think for them, they think the best route is to escape, is to turn your back But when they do that, I think they underestimate how good my control actually is, and that's not me
That's
trying
the
to pump
thing.
myself
Once
up.
you get your legs around them, that's what I always thought with you when I was watching. It's like once you get those legs wrapped around them, it's like they're there until you allow them to not be.
Yeah, or that
you
bell
ma-
rings.
Or the bell rings.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy to see the control.
Well, TJ was saying he got out with one arm and trying to give himself props. I'm like,
Stop.
you know you got out because I was beating your ass, right? Like, that's why you got out.
Yeah.
If I wasn't beating your ass, you'd have been there. I could have held you there
rest
till
of
this day. You'd still be in Abu Dhabi on the floor. So it's like, what are we talking about?
Let this New York shit come out.
That's what I'm saying.
Let this New York shit out.
It would have been over for him the whole time. Like, so I'm like, you lucky I started throwing punches.
Still be on the
I'm tired on the floor, so that's hard. That is hard.
That's hard. Don't write that down. Don't write that down.
Yo, we gotta give him a Yankee fitted, like some Timberlands, like show
You gotta
up
lean
proper,
into that,
bro.
Bro, do a drill track. You gotta do a drill track. Do you know how to rap? If you made
So I got a track coming out.
Let's go!
Come on.
Yo, chill.
Take your back,
This shit
bro.
gonna be fire. Why?
Yo, leak it right now. Let us hear it. You got it?
I do have it.
Let's hear it, bro.
for
Go
real?
on.
That's
Right now on the live?
Bro.
On the live?
Bro, we got to. We need
This
it.
is it
We
right
need
here.
it.
How
On the
we
live.
gonna hear it though?
Bro, do
You
you
got on your
got
phone.
phone?
We'll play it right there.
Well, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
fuck
fucking
it.
go.
Let's
Rock
go.
on.
Okay, chat. Okay, chat.
I love it.
Exclusive.
Oh man, and you
Take
got a
some time
feature
to
on.
pull
You
it
gotta
up.
jump
Yeah,
on.
I spit some bars on it.
Schulz, he's a rapper.
I'm a-
It's gonna be like Eli Manning.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Eli was in the booth with the little
Yeah.
Fabio, right?
Yo, that shit had me crying.
It was good, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know how to get sturdy?
Absolutely.
30, baby.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
if the track comes on, you can get sturdy.
I will get sturdy for.
So this is some.
It's an R&B song. It's a sex song.
No.
What is this?
on your back. Let me ride your leg. Let me get deep, you know. I'ma ride your leg.
My brother actually raps though. He's actually nice. So he bodied it. But
I'm on an R&B track.
He helped me out a little bit because I need a little direction, but I got a decent flow.
Okay.
Decent flow. It's not gonna be like, oh, this guy should just yo stick to fighting, my man. I hope it's not like that.
What is the what?
You
is
guys
the,
can rip me apart. I don't give a fuck.
What is the song about?
my job is to fight. So hopefully this is like decent. Decent.
Yeah.
I think it is. My brother got some balls on there. He got some heat.
Wait, so it's you and your brother?
Me and my brother, yeah, my younger brother.
Damn.
We both wrestled. We wrestled in college together.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Your older brother also wrestled.
Nah, my younger brother.
How many of you are?
I got like 22 siblings, bro.
Wait,
We got an army. We got a football team.
bro. Hold on. You got a league. What are you talking
you
about,
just
bro?
missed it. I go. He goes. Yeah, my brother wrestled. I go. Wait, your older brother, your younger brother. He goes. Man, I got 22 siblings, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Explain this.
Oh, that's
So
Jamaican.
my mom, my mom has 10 kids, and then the rest are like all halves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's deep.
10 children.
Yeah. You know how sticky it gets.
Yeah, it gets sticky. It do get sticky. Do you have any kids?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm hoping, you know.
You don't have any.
I would like to start trying. My girl just finished nursing school.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hold on. We gotta give it a world premiere.
Beginning. Go to the beginning.
Hold on. All right, world premiere. What is it?
Go dumb.
Ooh, we got some Spanish.
Oh, bump
Bad
it.
Bunny, where you at? Where Bad Bunny at?
Okay.
Hey, Big Eye. Big Eye.
Big Act, we need you reviewing this.
Out here lit. Sick with yourself.
Get the wood wet looking like a pool deck. I see you. Getting money. Okay, Mark.
Getting sturdy, I can't squat. I can't squat.
You getting Irish, bro. I don't know.
What is this, bro?
I don't know what's happening right now.
He's the worst dance I've ever seen.
You get sturdy.
You did the moves.
That's how you get sturdy.
That was Slim pussy, bro.
That's how you get sturdy.
Please don't ever do that again. I'm sorry that he disrespected your song like that.
That's how we do
I
it,
was
bro.
listening to the bars,
I got
and that
sturdy.
pool deck shit was hot, and then you start doing whatever disrespectful ass dance.
No, I was
that
getting sturdy,
That
bro.
was
No,
disrespectful,
this is the
bro.
thing in like our
You about to get
culture.
chucked the fuck.
No, like no, in Brooklyn, that's how we dance, bro.
It looked like there was that Russian
it,
shit you was doing.
That's what he looked like.
I was
No,
like,
y'all not from Brooklyn.
I
bro.
thought a
I'm
littler
telling
Mark
you.
was gonna come out of Mark for a second, bro.
Wait, that's Brooklyn?
Bro, I'm from.
that's so hard.
That's what Brooklyn do? That's how
Yes,
Brooklyn
that's
get out?
in Williamsburg,
what the fuck
Brooklyn.
that was.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be trash.
And it was good though.
That shit
It
was
good.
alright,
Yeah,
bro.
it was good.
The pool deck shit hit. And you flex in your life, you got a pool now. You know what I mean? You got
That's a
pool
New York
now,
flex.
bro.
In New York, that's
In New York, that's a super flex. A pool? Most people don't got air conditioning.
You got ACs.
Dude, AC, pool, okay. Okay.
I did drop a backpack line in there too.
What'd you say?
I said, I don't even know what I fucking said.
But it was fun.
Come on.
I think I said something like turn her around, introduce her to the backpack.
Hey.
Looking like a pool deck, some shit like that.
Oh, that's fire.
Damn,
That's
bro.
fire.
You gotta throw dwarf speed in a bar, bro. Dwarf speed is a crazy bar.
Bro.
We just got a donation. Mark, please don't ever do that again. Motherfucker gave you $2 to never dance again. Bro. You know how long he been working on that shit
They
at
said you
home?
was river dancing, bro.
Bro, you know how long his wife been trying to sleep? It's just, Mark, please stop jumping down there.
That's how we dance, bro. I'm
That's
telling
crazy.
you.
You was practicing that.
Yes, I practiced
Because he
a lot.
knew all the moves.
I know you been practicing.
Yeah, you hired a teacher, bro.
I did hire a teacher.
Who taught you how to do that?
My dance teacher, my hip hop
Really?
dance teacher. Yes, bro.
Okay.
It's a white woman from Manhattan.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
My mother?
recycling.
My mother taught you how
Yeah,
to
she's a Scottish woman from Manhattan.
Brooklyn.
Yo,
Bro, y'all don't know how to dance.
Yo, that was
Everyone
river
stop
dance, bro.
crashing it.
That was river dance, bro.
Y'all
I'm
don't know
not
how
gonna
to
lie.
dance. It's the East River dance. That's how we dance over on the East River, bro. That's how it is.
That shit was a little different.
What's the name of the song?
Son, just please.
I don't even know. We don't really have a name yet.
You need a name for that pool deck.
I think it's gonna be like Estúpido. Because it's just like a little, we come for Bad Bunny, baby. We come for Bad Bunny.
You coming for the spot.
We come for that spot. Now,
Yeah.
Bad Bunny is lit.
Nah, that motherfucker is on top of the world. I don't know a single song.
You go to a show?
You know.
Not yet.
Our show is
Have you been?
phenomenal, phenomenal. I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but I was in there like,
Shorty's going crazy or what?
yeah,
Bro.
it was a good time, man.
Oh yeah, you got a girl. I forgot. You got a
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
How long you guys been together?
11 years.
She look at the DMs.
Nah.
She doesn't look at them blue checkies coming through now.
Well, it's mostly dudes, man. This sport,
Smart answer. Smart answer.
That's a good answer.
Smart answer.
this sport is crazy.
This
It's
guy's
just both
Jamaican,
dudes.
bro.
Yeah.
That's a Jamaican man right there. That was good. That was
Yeah.
Why all these dudes in my DMs? I don't understand.
yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like-
she thinks it's the
sport.
opposite, but I'm like, I mean, I wish. That'd be nice, but unfortunately, it's not like that.
He was out and he just
know, but-
you were out clean. Now you gotta deal with what do you mean you wish?
I'm just saying it would be nice to just not have a bunch of dudes come up to you. You know?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to.
You want some female attention as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
like Aisha? I mean, I have to go down that path.
Wait, what's that? What's Aisha?
Curry.
Oh, really? You like her?
No, I'm saying like her whole situation. I just want the attention.
Oh,
Just,
yeah. That was wild that she did that.
No, that was really crazy. I
That
would
be
never do
crazy.
that.
Yeah, if our girls won that would be crazy. But if,
I get it though. I get it. Like you just want to have the acknowledgement.
No,
that,
no.
But
that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
That is where it
That's where it
starts.
starts.
You're right.
Don't let that shit happen, bro.
You're right.
That's a cancer. Don't let that cancer spread.
Respectful.
It was. Yeah.
What? Imagine your girl comes home. She's like, I just want the
We
attention.
talk about Steph's wife.
Yeah, but how much attention we talking about?
Yeah, how much attention are we talking
Yeah,
about?
Just like now, like, hey, how you doing? You look beautiful today. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna beat somebody up because of that.
No.
But if it starts like,
What? If
That's
they're
where it starts.
If they're talking about cheeks or something like that.
yeah, that's different. That's a whole different
That's
ballgame.
disrespect.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
But you
ballgame.
can't beat people up no more,
know,
dude. You
but-
do it for a living.
I could just invite them to the gym.
And then
Do a dance off.
And we do whatever we,
Wait, if you get into a fight in public, you get in trouble?
I would imagine that, but if it's like self-defense, I'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like that boxing rule where it's like, your hand.
We
I
are
don't even think that's
we're
real.
licensed. Like in like each commission that we fight for, we gotta like apply for a license to compete. That's about it. Like this oh, my hearing's a license. Like, I used to hear people say that shit like, what the fuck does that even mean,
Yeah.
bro? But you apply for a license, that's as far as it goes. As far as I know.
but you can't get like punished more because you're a professional fighter.
Oh, I probably would get the book thrown at me.
Oh,
because
really?
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this guy watch YouTube videos. He know what he doing too.
No.
What's the difference?
He watched YouTube videos and he did not know.
Yeah, that's
I got a trainer, bro.
That's
I
the
got a
That's
trainer.
the fighting, bro.
That's the equivalent
Yo, do
to
that
the
shit
fight.
one more time.
Her name is Deborah. Her name is Deborah.
Do that one more time.
He's like, please go.
Put on the spit take.
Yeah, that was spit take.
You did a full spit take when you saw me
When he
dance?
was doing this one, when he was like,
Wait, he said, dude,
That's yeah. Oh, dude, that's how you do it. You did it. Yo, you're doing great. You're doing
you
good.
got
You're
weak
doing
knees,
good.
bro.
Oh,
No,
son,
you got weak knees.
You got it.
Son,
Got it.
It's,
Yeah,
Oh,
come on,
shit.
come on.
Oh shit.
Hey, hit it, Mark.
nah,
Hit
get
it,
up,
Mark.
get up. No.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's the feet like this. For
Yeah, I
me.
know.
Hey. Bro, that's how you do it, bro. That's how you do it.
okay.
Son, and you know what? He's trying to be funny. This is way better than when he was trying. It was horrible. That was actually kind of fire.
Ready? Come on. Come on, ready?
All right, we ready?
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm helping him out.
You can't count. You threw me off. Come on.
I'm helping him out. You know what it said? He's like, oh yeah.
Counting out the money.
It's just so hard because the song is on beat, and I'm not if it was off beat, I feel like I could dance better.
Pause
know what I mean?
Bro, stop. Counting out is disrespectful.
Why would you count?
You know what it is for me?
I thought it was the end of the round.
This is what it is.
1, 2.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and jump.
He's
and
on
down.
beat, but when he goes down, his knees want to give up. Yeah. He can't catch the feet.
Well, how do these kids do that?
He
How
goes,
do they do
he
that?
goes here, and I see the knees go.
Yes. No, when I'm here, I'm a great dancer. When I'm here, I'm strong.
Yeah, I don't go down there. I don't go down there.
all these strong
levels,
thighs
man.
and shit. Like, what's
I don't
going
know,
on
bro.
there?
I got
What is that, by the way?
What is this?
Yeah. Is that water?
Just water.
Yeah, you want some water?
No.
Let's get a little something to
let's
sip
go,
on,
let's
man.
go.
I
What were
took
you
the good
sipping on
stuff,
before?
baby.
We got
Hennessy.
Yeah, let's get that
Oh, the
Hennessy back
Echo.
My
on.
boy, Big Ock.
Yeah,
Big act. Big act of prize,
I'm
bro.
Jamaican too. We did a little show thing on Complex a little while ago.
Help him out with his fashion, cause you good.
Yo, why was Al killing Act for his fashion?
Oh, yo, bro.
Son, you
killing him.
You
I was
saw it.
crying.
You saw it though.
What'd you call it? The space what? What'd you call it?
No, his sneakers? The sneakers were crazy. I don't know why he wore them, man.
Yeah, the Megatrons. The
That was
Megatrons.
crazy, bro. He
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the Megatron,
They gave him like
bro.
2-3 inches though, right?
Oh yeah. That helped.
Which that I respect, but you could do that in a better way.
Yeah. Those sneakers, you'll never see them again.
Did you ever go for that? Al always does the lifts. He does the lifts to get like an extra inch.
Nah, I don't wear no platform.
Oh, you said it.
Oh, word.
I'm just saying, if I had this, maybe I would dance a little better. Maybe I would dance a little better. What?
I'm about to backpack this nigga right now, son.
Let's just count 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. We're just counting, bro. That's all.
So, all right.
We're just counting, bro.
I got orthotics. I got orthotics. I got orthotics because I'm flat foot.
Stop it with your
That
big
give
word
me-
for your lips, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You got your own shit or no?
We got tequila though. That's our.
No, like that you made?
Well, we're partners with it.
Which one?
The Sundays.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
You want to try the tequila, or do you want to stay on the brown?
I'm good with whatever. I'll try your shit.
All right, bet. Let's get a little tequila. Yo, thank you for being so helpful.
Show some love, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a coconut shit right here. You're Jamaican. You're gonna like that.
I'm trying to make some rum right now. I'm trying to like build some connections in Jamaica.
And do some rum.
Yeah, like I want to have them like actually produce it and distill it down there and all that.
I mean,
that'd
that's
be
the smart
cool.
thing.
Just to like keep it with the culture, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna pull you up, but
That's good
I
that
don't
you're
know how
getting into
heavy your
business, man.
I'm trying, man. This, the fighting shit is only
Yeah.
such a short
Yeah.
career window. I know Usman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Son,
I
have
like
you seen it
shit
yet?
like that.
Have you seen it yet? The movie?
No.
Oh, it's
I'm
fire.
trying to go with my sisters, like probably like 10 of us.
Do you have to rent out the? Yeah.
It'll be a lot of us.
Yeah. How many theaters you got to get for your whole family?
I don't know. There's gonna be a bunch of us though, so I'm hoping it's a good time. You know?
Yeah.
That's wild. 22 siblings.
I feel like you guys are waiting for the review right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You took a sip. You got a sip going.
Yeah. What are we thinking? That's the coconut tequila.
For it not being cold, it's actually pretty smooth.
That
All right.
I think that's a
You
compliment.
can take that.
I think that's a
Yeah,
compliment.
from a New Yorker,
You
that's
know
a
what I mean?
compliment.
No, that is good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want it to be smooth.
Because we're
Yeah.
quick to call something trash, so that's a compliment.
I used to think I'm not even gonna slaughter these guys. Never mind.
Slaughter them.
I used to think Patron was like high end, but that shit ain't it.
Yeah.
Nah. You need that fucking Clase Azul.
Class A, I fuck with Julio.
1942.
The Rock, I'm not.
Yo, the Rock shit is fire. You don't like the Rock?
Terramon is
It's
pretty
good, but
It's good.
it's like,
It's good.
nah, I'm not even gonna do that.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you, brother.
I like the Rock.
It's good.
No, The Rock, listen, we live. The Rock, thank you. I love your tequila.
That shit is
and I love your support.
delicious,
That's
bro.
amazing.
Done.
I'm curious
Absolutely.
about. I want to know about the come up. What's the first dumb thing you bought after you got money?
After I got money, fuck, man. You know, if I had beat that motherfucker Brian Caraway, I was gonna buy a jet ski. That would have been the dumbest thing I ever bought. So I would have thought I was rich. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish him in the first round, and I'm gonna take the 50 G's and buy a fucking jet ski. And I lost. But so I got half my paycheck. I didn't get a bonus. What'd I make like, for that fight, I think I made like 26,000 or 30,000 just to show.
How much you got to pay the trainers and those guys?
Usually, both my coaches would take 5%. I think now it's a little different because now the paycheck's a lot higher, so,
Right.
you know, we kind of...
5%, they take each 5%?
Yeah, so that would work out to 10, and then management would be 10, which I'm in the process of finding new management right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole...
Yeah,
I
how
don't
important
want
is
to
that?
slaughter the managers, but the management game in this space is like almost criminal to me because you negotiate a one-time contract, right? And then we fight constantly. So you get paid to do something one time, and you get a standard contract where it's just like, well, you got us a standard contract, so how much was that actually worth?
Yeah.
Like, why not just pay you a one-time fee or pay you a much lower percentage if you're not gonna actually manage my career in terms of helping to build my brand? And if you have 50, 60, some of these guys, 75.
Just to clarify what you were saying is when you sign the contract with the UFC,
Yes.
you're signing for an amount per fight. Is that what you're saying? So why does the manager need to get paid every single time
You
when
fight.
the fee is already decided for every fight?
Yes. So you're not negotiating anything anymore.
If you were negotiating every single fight, like a lot of times what they do in boxing, et cetera,
Yeah.
you need a manager to go to war every single day.
and
give
bump
you-
up
I didn't
the
know it was
pay,
like
bump
that.
up the pay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys negotiate every single fight.
No,
I thought that's
no,
what they were always talking about. Oh, we're waiting until the paperwork's signed before the fight.
No.
No, I think that's just locking
MMA's
in.
different. And I try, like, I'm always getting flack for this from the fans because they're like, oh, you don't, why you talk about the contracts and shit? I'm like, because it's a very fucking important part of what we do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I put food on the table with what we do.
Yeah.
So the contract is very important. So I'm one of the smarter fighters. I give myself credit for that. And I learned from people making their mistakes and not doing things the right way, paying your taxes, like shit like that. Like little things like that, write-offs and things like that, having a business and knowing where you could not cut corners, but do things that are on the up and up.
Yeah.
And find those loopholes that, you know, people would like piss at Donald Trump for and shit like that.
That every rich person
That
uses.
every rich person uses.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about, you know?
Yeah.
So,
They're getting rid of that G-Wagon shit.
Yeah.
are they really?
You heard about the whole write-off the...
Yeah, 6,000 pounds and shit.
They're getting rid of it. Isn't that crazy? Enough people, once it comes up on TikTok, they fucking get rid of it.
But you were the one that
I'm
said
the
it.
reason.
You,
I'm the reason. They
you
changed the
said
tax
it.
code.
You said it.
I changed the tax code.
That shit was lit
But
though.
also the G-Wagon, after people found out, that shit skyrocketed.
Oh,
Price,
yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
price for a G-Wagon, even a used one is
I
fucking
apologize.
retarded.
I apologize.
Why
It's
did
like,
you
why
do
are you
that?
even getting a G-Wagon though? You could get so many different other like cars that could be way better, in my opinion.
What's the dream
Yeah.
car?
You know, I want that Aventador, man. I revved that shit one time. I was like, whoa, I fell in love.
But you don't live in New York anymore then.
Nah, I'm in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you live in full
Yeah.
time?
No, no,
I'm like,
so I'm
New York
half and half.
potholes, you
Because I
can't
thought you
do
were
that.
training here a lot too.
I do train here.
Okay.
But I split my time. I got a house in Vegas, that's my primary residence, and I got a house in New York, that's my secondary home, you know?
Right, for tax purposes.
For tax purposes.
Yeah.
You know, so I spend
Yeah.
more than half the year in Vegas.
Of course you do.
I do everything on the up and up.
Yes,
So Uncle
you
Sam
do.
doesn't come trying to knock at my door.
yeah.
And
Smart.
try to take extra. But that's what I'm saying. Like, these fighters need to like look into things like that to be smart.
Yeah.
To like when I first got to the UFC, I made 8,000 and 8,000. So 8,000.
Explain what that meant, yeah.
8,000 to show up just to get into the cage. Another 8,000 to win. So okay, now you factor in the 5%, the 10%. That money goes like that. Now you're talking about expenses.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about just to get to the fight. Now you're talking about food, which you need anyway. But
course.
people think like, oh, well, you're living the dream. I'm like, yeah, but we're chasing the dream. Just like everybody else in everyday life. You're chasing the American dream, right? So it takes a little bit of time. So I try to explain this to like the younger guys that I coach or like fuck with like from the team. Like I always try to share the knowledge to the next generation so
Yeah.
that they can be on game. Because no one really did that for me, but I would do my research, I would learn from people, if like just by overhearing them talk and things like that, if I could jump into a room with people smarter than me, and I try to just take advantage of that wherever I can. And you never know everything, you know? So a guy come from Unidale, trust me, they ain't teach me none of this shit. So I had to learn
Me
all
neither.
this. Exactly, so
Yeah.
we don't learn this shit in school. So
Yeah.
if you don't figure it out, Uncle Sam's coming for you, one way or the
Yeah.
other. And you gotta make sure you do the right thing to make sure you're protected
It's
and
crazy
secure.
they don't bare minimum teach you tax law, and I'm not talking about loopholes, but just tax law.
In
they
school.
they should teach you everything that they'll arrest you for if you don't do it right.
You know why? Because the majority of people work at W-2 jobs. So it's like they don't need to know. It's already taken out of their check.
Bobby
that's a valid
Alianello
point.
said I'm a mole for the IRS. Bobby, we'll never know. No,
That's a valid
but you're
point.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people are having those jobs, but still, like at least know what you're giving up. I think that's something that's really frustrating.
So are you gonna listen in school though? Be honest.
No, I
Hey,
won't.
welcome to tax class.
I won't, but I still know how to do math.
Yeah, some stuff will stay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I still remember a few things from school, even if I don't know how to do my taxes. The fact that the education system at least put it out there. Now it's on me if I fuck my taxes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to feel like I'm kind of duped. There's a system that's out there that I don't understand. It's intimidating to learn about. So I'm just gonna hire somebody to do it. God knows what the fuck they're doing. So yeah, I think that's unfair.
Yeah, because everything else does.
You don't even
sex
need-
ed, health, like all the
Why are you
things
teaching
that
me about
everybody.
sex, bro?
But I mean, we should.
Why?
Yeah,
Just safety.
They don't teach you how to stroke. They teach you like how to put on condoms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
safety.
Some of them teachers be teaching.
Wait, hey, yo, what happened to you, bro?
One of my teachers almost caused some strokes, bro.
You're a victim.
I almost did. I almost did become a victim.
How cute was that guy?
He was real cute, bro. He was throwing it back, bro.
Yeah.
He was doing that Mark shit.
Yeah, bro. He was getting sturdy.
Mark
He was
shit.
getting you sturdy.
He got me super sturdy, bro. He got me super sturdy.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like you got to teach that kind of shit. You got your head on your shoulders, man.
Yeah.
Trying, man. That's why I'm looking into ventures like this to branch out, because fighting short window, man, you got to make sure you're doing the right thing, protecting yourself. And then we even, like, taxes, 40, 30%. Like, you got to make sure, like, you set aside that.
Yep.
Because they don't do that for you. They just give you all that money at once.
And then they
It's
say,
like,
good luck.
That's it. Thanks for coming. And you got to make sure you budget everything out. So
You got to take care of family members?
I help out.
You help out.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because people get offended.
That's stressful too, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm not saying
you can't act
even me
about it,
saying that
yeah.
might
All the
offend somebody.
siblings.
Me saying that
If
might
one
offend
sibling
somebody.
knows that he's helping, and the other one's like, "Wait a minute,
fuck.
come on, son."
You gotta be like, yo, you my half brother. Like, you get half. Like, what else you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the same thing. I try to guide them and give them the knowledge. But sometimes
Yeah.
I know they feel like I'm always preaching to them.
Yeah.
So no one wants the
Yo,
preacher.
nobody wants to hear shit until you make real money, and then they want to hear everything.
Yeah.
Once, like, when rich people talk, everybody shuts the fuck up. Elon can say whatever the fuck he wants about any goddamn thing. He's like, yo, let's drill holes in the ground. We're like, all right. All right, that sounds interesting. You know what I mean? Once you make that real fucking money, because money is the hardest thing for most people to make when you think about it.
And it's getting harder.
And the more you get, the more they're gonna listen.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22.
You think?
know, they're like, sometimes they listen, sometimes it's resentful, and I'm not listening.
That's true.
Like I speak to a few of my dudes back in Far Rock, and sometimes
They don't want to hear
They
nothing.
don't want to hear none of that shit.
Wow.
Or they think they know.
Yeah, nah,
That's the worst part.
yeah.
When you think you know, I'm just like, I guess I ain't doing shit.
They're like,
I'm an idiot, huh? Yeah.
So let's say like fighting winds down in the next like 5-10 years or whatever. What do you think that next venture would be? Like, would it be related to fighting, or do you think it'd be something totally different? You're like, yo, I want to get into this industry.
Well, I would like to open up a full-on social media company for, or I guess media company for MMA.
Yeah.
Like really get into that space, giving like fighters the platform to elevate their profiles. Because I know what it's like to be down here and not have money to pay for a guy to do the editing and all this stuff to help promote your fight. Because that's where the money comes from. People don't know you. And you gotta be willing to put the work in though.
Yep.
A lot of people think like doing all this is easy. Like, oh, you just go there and you talk. I'm like, all right, so you
Go
go
talk
do it.
then.
Yeah, pull up.
Yeah.
Come do this shit and tell me how it goes.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, you know? So I want to do something like that. I want to have like maybe a supplement company, maybe hopefully a rum company, and then whatever else. Maybe I'm coaching on the side or something like that. I don't want to be like locked into a gym, but if there's like specific fighters that I like and they want to work with me kind of thing, I'll be willing to have them like maybe put them up and do their training camp, maybe by the house and be like an overseer kind of thing. Like that would be fun. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's smart the way you're looking at it. And the bigger your profile gets, the easier all those things are.
Yeah.
So it's like putting that time in, like even doing something like this, like doing the podcast, like being part of the culture outside of fighting.
Yeah.
That's what really makes somebody have that kind of celebrity moment. Like when you look at the MMA stars that have kind of broke out, they're a part of culture outside of just the UFC.
Yeah.
You know?
Like DC, shout out DC. He's a monster right now.
DC.
I'm waiting on my rev share though, by the way, from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
No, we did like
talk to me.
I pitched him an idea to do a sit-down clip with Henry Cejudo, and he took the whole fucking thing, and that shit did numbers for him. I was like, bro, I'm still waiting on my cut.
We need a little bit, DC. We need a cough
Waiting
up
on
a
my
little
cut,
bit.
brother.
But
I
he's
told him this yesterday, like 2 days ago. I was fucking with him, but
but he's fucking brilliant.
need that.
yeah,
Like
I
he's
still need that.
You still need that. though.
we need a little piece of that, but like also he's one of those guys. He's a perfect example. And like when him and Ariel had that show, it was amazing.
Yep.
Because he's the least, I don't want to say least, defensive person. Meaning like you can bust his balls and he'll laugh along.
Yeah.
Like he's really jovial, but at the same time he can fuck people up.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't look like he could take out most of the people on the roster probably today. But if he wanted to, how many people are really fucking DC up?
Not many. Even at his age, not many.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very rare you get somebody like that.
Yeah.
To like have that calm. Like,
I love that he loves it.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
loves this
bro.
shit, and so it's like you can watch him just talk about it because you can see how much
his
he
passion
loves
is
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you have passion for the sport? Like, could you see yourself doing like commentating on fights or like being in that realm?
The color commentating, like Joe Rogan, DC, Bisbing, those guys, that might be a little tougher. I've done that maybe, I think 3 times. But I love the sport that I watch it every week. And when I do my podcast is called The Weekly Scraps.
Yeah.
So I watch the fights every week.
Yeah.
So there's always something like what's scrapping in MMA. It's like a little cheesy thing, but that's really what it is. Like the Weekly Scraps, even if it's not directly MMA, like what happened in the week, that could be something cool to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like the idea behind that. So I'm looking to build that out and really see where we can take it, which directions. But I do think maybe I could color commentate, but I like being on the desk a little bit, just breaking down and analyzing the fights because
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I feel, especially with the grappling, I could break down the sequences for the common everyday person to understand and make it.
Do you do
like,
that?
digestible?
Do you do that for YouTube as well and clip that
Yep.
out for YouTube? Because you know Izzy has had amazing success, like going
Yeah.
over fights and putting that out. The Freestyle Bender channel. Have you seen his stuff?
Yeah, I watch some of his stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, and if you really understand and can analyze, it seems like you do, like having those clipped out from the pod, even if you're doing them in the podcast,
Yeah.
but also like reacting to it and playing the video and watching it, that'd be great. And for like a casual kind of fan, like I mean myself, I love the sport, but I don't know it like I know boxing.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice to hear, especially someone who has grappling background, to teach me what's going on in those clinches. Because
the-
so much
the
is
dwarf
happening.
speed.
The dwarf, huh? Teach me about the dwarf. Like, you know you're going to take someone's back before it happens. There's a moment where you go, okay, this guy's vulnerable, and I'm making that move.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know it
100%.
until I see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And like sometimes you'll hear them like, oh, he's got the double underhooks. Like, so on certain things I'm hearing, and I go, okay, he has a position where
Yeah.
he has the advantage. Learning that kind of stuff is super valuable.
So my thing with that is when they post the clips of the fights, like, I know sometimes YouTube can get weird with like, oh, you posted this and they demonetize your shit and all that craziness. So it's like, how much of it can you actually post?
You're allowed to
show?
react. Once
Are
the
you?
fights are I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Once the fights are on YouTube,
Yeah.
you're allowed to react to whatever's on YouTube.
I'm assuming that's the case. I don't know necessarily what the contract is with UFC and like ESPN Plus and all that.
Yeah.
stuff.
It gets a little dicey.
Yeah.
But I would like to post clips from, like, even in my training camps when I show, like, a jiu-jitsu round, like a 5-minute round, and I'll break down and I'll pause it, and I'll go, like, at this point, he goes here, he's reaching for the key lock, and then I notice that he's doing that, he's applying pressure, so I alleviate the pressure by turning around, stepping around the corner, looking to step a hook in, and from there, I pull him to the other side, and I get the other hook in, then from there, he's still holding to the key lock, I free my arm, clear the fingertips, and then I'm looking for the choke.
Wow.
So it's like little shit like that.
I would love to see
I
that.
understand it.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what I
Ninja shit.
but like,
I understand.
what I need is that for your fight with Jan.
Yeah.
I need that. Like, I need to see the sequence.
Got you.
There we go.
Yeah.
But do you feel me? Like,
Yeah, I got you.
I need to know at what point you knew that he could not control the fact that you were about to take the back.
At this point, he fucked up.
Exactly. And then like pause, look at his weight, look at his hips right there.
Yeah.
This is over, blah, blah, blah. And the people who are obsessed with it, not only will they enjoy watching it, they're also gonna look at you as like an expert in the field. Like, whoa, this guy really understands the analysis of MMA.
Yeah.
Cool, it makes you an expert.
If I'm not an expert now, then that's just crazy.
But to the average person, right, like that doesn't know anything about fighting, right? Sometimes they look at us and they look at it like a scrap.
Yeah.
They go, oh wow, yeah. Oh, he grabbed him and then he threw him and he hit him on the ground.
Yeah.
I know
They don't see the chest in it.
No, I know
Bro, it's
exactly
like-
what you're
they don't
talking
know
about.
his
Yeah.
And I only know this coming from boxing because I'm like, I grew up as like a huge boxing fan. My dad used to cover boxing. Like you would go to Ali's camp and interview him and shit like that. So I'm a generational boxing fan.
Yeah.
So I'd watch people shit on Mayweather and I'd go, oh, you don't understand. You're watching the greatest boxer ever.
Yeah.
You don't understand, like I remember watching Mayweather Mosley and seeing Mayweather counter a Mosley jab and then not seeing Mosley throw a jab again and then going, you don't realize he just removed half of his body.
Yeah.
He is terrified to throw a jab because of what he just did. So to me, watching somebody break that down, an expert, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be really
Good to know.
cool.
That's good insight for me.
I'm really
Like, good
curious.
feedback.
Who's like your favorite guy to watch? Like who's like this technical fighter? You're like, bro, I just love watching this dude.
Damn, there's so many good guys, man. I literally watch all the fights.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
like the newcomers, I watch these guys. I watch the Dana White Contender Series because there's things that these younger guys are doing that's like, that's interesting. I wonder like how I can implement that into my own game.
This is
that's
great.
fire.
You know,
This is really great, yeah.
But people think I got here by accident. I'm like, dude, I'm literally a student of the game. Like this is all I do.
Even still.
People only know what you show them.
yeah,
And if you don't show them these things,
like the first Jan fight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Was a shitty one.
That's all they know.
That's all they know.
And then you showed them the second one. And even myself, I remember watching the second, I was like, holy shit, this guy's kind of doing whatever he wants.
Yeah. It's a different. You think it's like, who's the other guy that just fought last year, and who the fuck is this guy?
No, but continue on the student of the game. Like, so who are the other people that you're watching where you're like, wow, this is really...
Connor, Max Holloway,
What about Connor you thought was so special?
his counters.
Yeah.
His counters,
yeah.
his kicks, but he doesn't kick as much as he used to.
Yeah.
And he will use these great feints and the distance management. Sometimes he'll do this awkward thing where he'll leave a hand out and kind of like lulls you to sleep.
Yeah.
But it distracts the eyes because now you have to pay attention. It's not a traditional stance. This hand is now here, it's here. You don't know if it's gonna shoot up an uppercut or it's gonna shoot a straight jab or he might go down and come with a
that's
big right hook.
fascinating.
So it's like things like that that people don't really pinpoint and go, you gotta be careful when you're in there with him because if you don't pay attention to that, that could be your ass on the canvas staring up at the light.
See that? Breaking down, like,
Fast.
because sometimes you see Connor in that almost like karate stance. It's a
Yeah.
really wide stance.
Yeah.
But that's totally true. If you have this tight stance right here, you're giving me one thing to look at.
Yeah, and know exactly where it's coming from. Now look at Conor when he did that to Khabib. In that first round, Khabib you look in Khabib's eyes, he was like, all right, what the fuck is going on? When Conor came out long, he had his other hand behind him, and he's crouching, encroaching on him, and he's closing the gap. And I'm like, Khabib is backing up, retracting, about to hit the damn cage, and you're like, why the fuck is Khabib backing up? Fucking go forward and take this guy down. But you see that Conor gives him that illusion like maybe he is as what he says he is, kind of thing, you know? So you gotta be a little bit cognizant of what's actually going on. You can't just run in because then you get clapped. Khabib could have just shot in right there and got caught. The same way he did to Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo got emotional, threw a big strike, opened himself up, and kind of waited for it, knew that that was what he was gonna do. Right down the pipe, boom, slapped the guy in 13 seconds.
Short left.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you got to, like, just seeing Khabib, like, being, like, taking a different approach, like, okay, I'm not gonna run and push him backwards like I normally do to everybody else. Khabib just goes forward.
Yep.
So with Conor coming out like that, he respected the distance. It was like, okay, I gotta use a different approach to come in. He probably would break it down a little bit different, but that's the way I'm analyzing it based on all his other fights. Because I don't know him, like, personally.
I love this.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
This is like,
you have to, like-
I'm understanding a fight in a way that I did not see.
Yeah,
Like,
especially breaking down those little
What's
nuances.
Max's superpower?
Volume, man. And then he'll throw these feints with his kicks, or he'll lift his knee, and then you bite on a reaction, get a
then it's
reaction,
over. Yeah.
and then from there he just starts just piecing you up. And you're like, you just hit me with a Street Fighter 20 punch combination. like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
And then he's behind you, and then he's talking to DC, and he's like, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. While he's slipping punches in the fucking Matrix. Like, that's like shit that you just don't. That's unheard of. That's like superhero shit, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
And excluding you from the convo, who's the greatest fighter, past or present?
I don't look at myself as the greatest fighter. But
Really?
Like, yeah, no, I don't. I'm a little different the way I think about the game. You know, if people want to say that, that's cool, but that's not how I people will probably say you should probably see yourself as that, but that's just arrogance, you know? I think I'm a little bit different. I see my flaws, I see my vulnerabilities and things like that, but the greatest fighter right now, like actively fighting?
Sure.
Goddamn, there's so many good guys. I mean, I would throw Izzy in that conversation,
Yeah.
but then I also throw Makhachev in that conversation just based on what he did like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, the guy has like, there's really no flaws after doing what he just did to Oliveira, who was like not steamrolling, but finishing guys.
He was steamrolling, dude.
But he would get dropped, you know,
But getting dropped helps him.
for some reason. For some reason, yeah. But he got dropped this time, and it was just like, yeah, I'm not taking my foot off the gas, though. My foot is on your neck.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a little bit different. But that's why I said, I'm like, you could steamroll guys and have no adversity, but then he's beating guys and putting them away, but he has like, okay, there's a little bit of a roadblock, you gotta get through that, and then once he gets through that, somehow he just puts these guys away.
Yeah. Would you put Khabib in that combo over like the whole
I would say
promotion?
Because he does whatever the fuck he wants to do to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one guy who went the distance with him
Al, right?
on a short notice, 24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And remember, people don't give Al credit. They go, Khabib was just playing with him because he wanted more cage time.
Stop.
I was like, dude,
Stop.
we don't get paid by the minute, bro. We don't get paid by the seconds. If he could have gotten Al out of there, he would have gotten. And that's my teammate, of course.
Why do you think Al was so successful? Wrestling background?
Wrestling background
Interesting.
and just not being a bitch.
He's a tough
He's a
motherfucker.
dude. Al is borderline certified. Like that guy, dude is like his mindset when he gets like locked into something, you can't. That guy's like a freight train with the brakes are broken. Like that guy's not gonna stop.
Wow.
Until he gets what he wants. That's just his mentality. But all his injuries, the knees, both surgeries and all that, they fucked him up. You know. So for him to go from fighting a striker, a 3-round fight, to go to a 5-round fight on 24 hours notice, no game plan, no nothing, just fighting on basically what you know. He should have gotten tired in that 3rd round and possibly got finished. But he survived the entire 25 minutes. And from there, Khabib could probably say, oh, after a certain point, I just didn't want to hurt him anymore. He could probably say something like that. But let's be honest, if you could have gotten him out of there, you would have gotten him out of there.
Yeah.
Al got up, Al escaped multiple times, not just like one time, like multiple times. So people that don't want to give him credit, I'm like, dude, like we do things a little bit different here in New York, man. Like we got a special team in the sense of the skill set that the guys possess. That wrestling is a big equalizer, man. Like power
It
is
seems like
the
it is,
wrestling,
man.
but you got to know what you're doing. It can't just be, oh, I know how to wrestle and take guys down like say judo. Oh, I could take you down, but then what? You know what I mean? Like Al could take you down. He could go for a leg lock like a BJJ guy. He could go for an armbar. He could go for
You have to
guillotine choke.
capitalize on getting somebody down.
He's well-rounded, you know?
Yeah.
I just wish we got to see more of him without the injuries plaguing him, and because he's fun to watch, man. When he was in his prime, that guy was fucking dudes up. I think he slept like 3 guys in a row.
Really?
Just knocking them out back to back to back. It was like, yo, dude, you are a certified wrecking machine. There's like nobody that can stop this guy.
Was he that guy in the gym?
He was that guy.
Really?
Ray made us spar one time, and we never sparred again.
Wait, why?
Is that
Why?
not the craziest fucking thing? I don't know why. I think it's because we're so competitive. This is my theory.
Yeah.
We're so competitive. He was just like, I don't think this is good.
These guys are gonna
Guys.
tear.
They're gonna kill each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Really?
we never sparred after that. We always rolled or wrestled. But when Al spars, it's like the fight. Like
you
watching
don't-
him was like, where's my like?
There's
take
no
my money.
80%.
Take my money.
No 80%. That's
I would have watched him like, dude, you didn't have to kill him like that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what? We're sparring.
Wow.
I don't spar like that though. I'm a little bit nicer. Al's a little bit like, we're going to work.
Yeah.
Does he have a lot of respect for you though? You think you guys have a good relationship?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Hey, I hope so.
I forgot to ask this question to a few of the other fighters here. How does the people in UFC feel about Anderson Silva losing?
Oh, how have we not even talked about that?
Yeah.
I mean, he's 47. So he's like,
but he wasn't 47 before when everybody was like, why don't you fight someone like Anderson Silva?
yeah, that's true. But I'm saying he's 47 in the sense that I thought he put up a great fight.
Oh, bruh, being 39 and like working out and being sore the next day.
It's different.
I can't imagine being 47 and
Yeah.
getting in there competing at that level.
He looked a little bit slower. I mean, not the same Anderson Silva that was in the Matrix fighting Forrest Griffin, fighting all these other guys, Rich Franklin, and making it look easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if it was back then, it's a different fight.
Yeah.
I think he finishes him. But
We just had something come in. Aljamain's humble, Mr. Greatest MMA journalist of all time.
Ooh.
oh,
They say
me?
you might be the greatest.
You might
MMA.
be number
now,
one.
I'm
Oh,
number
son.
one, but
Yeah,
they
he's
say
number
you're trying to
one.
come from my spot.
Honestly,
two.
But that's a
honestly,
you got
the way he-
paid.
Are we live?
You
bro?
spelled my name wrong, but
Listen, $9.99. Spell that shit however.
No, but real talk, like, yeah.
I think
he
that there's
breaks down
something
the
really
fights.
interesting
You break
right
down the
there.
fights in a
appreciate
way
that.
that it's like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of
all
stuff
in.
happens before it happens. I know I'm harping on that, but like before someone can execute the takedown, there's a lot of like balance things that are happening to even know that you can do that, right?
Yes.
And I think the average person has no fucking clue what's happening until someone just gets dropped on their back.
Yeah.
And then the commentators are saying it live, and yeah, of course, we're there, we're locked in, but sometimes you're at a fucking party, you're talking to your friends, you're only listening when some guy gets, you hear the booth go crazy. So it is really cool to have it go back and then see
and even the commentators during the fight, they're not breaking it down like that.
Yeah, they're not going, oh, here he's going for the key lock or whatever it is.
Like they're not breaking it down
Yeah.
the way that it's like, his body position on this thing is what caused that move to happen. So it's like that
or this is the mistake. And even when it happens to you, like for example, like let's say you get caught or you get put down, you're like, I was going for this, I lifted my left leg, and this motherfucker went for it, and that's where I fucked
Yeah.
up. Well, that'd be cool to see, man.
Even the first Jan fight, like despite how I
Getting
felt,
other fighters to do it with you. Now we're pitching you TV shows, but that's what we fucking do here. But like you call up the homie and be like, yo, listen, let's go over your fight. And he goes, yeah, see, I lifted my hip right here. He got under, and you're like, why'd you do that? Well, I was going for this. And you go, oh, I see why you could do that. That'd be cool to see you guys geek out on that.
I don't know if many fighters could humble themselves to do that though, but
The good ones.
Yep.
that would be cool. To
The
do.
good ones
Yeah.
of all, I don't know, from my experience,
Good
the good ones
fighters
are
are
always
humble.
humble.
They're all reflective. They're all humble.
Yeah, because you have to be humble enough to
self-reflection,
improve. Yeah.
They respect the sport.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
exactly.
like even TJ, like, dude, you lost and you're still making these fucking excuses and driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just shut the fuck up. You had two
Yeah.
blown out shoulders. It worked for you one time. It didn't work out this time. I had a blown out shoulder. I won 7 fights in a row.
Yeah.
And then I got the surgery. I got to the UFC after one more fight. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
You fought with one leg. Okay, you won. But now all of a sudden, if he lost,
They beat the leg.
Oh, it was because of the leg in the first round.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. We all got excuses. Even the Jan fight, I was killing him in the first round, and then I started like just flicking the jab, and then he slips and he cracks me with a right hand and drops me. And I got like a flash knockdown. I go, oh shit, we're in a fight. Like that's really what I'm thinking in the heat of the moment. And like despite how I felt the day of the fight, whatever, not having the proper rehydration, I ate like an idiot. I barely ate anything.
Dollar pizzas. Yeah.
I wish it was that. I would at least had carbs in my body to burn. But I wish it was, and it wasn't that. And whatever. But I could look back at myself and go, these are the mistakes I made. Even though I didn't feel good, I could have done these things better. Maybe it's I had brain fog because I was so exhausted. But going back and looking at him like, this is what I was thinking. But at the same time, he was sharp and I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, and I could
give that up.
Yeah, no problem. But then we had a rematch and I fucking did what I had to do.
Yo, yeah, go.
Okay. So after weigh-in until fight, what are you consuming? How much are you hydrating? Like, because I can't even imagine how much you guys put on after. Like, what are you? Is it structured? Is it eat whatever you want? Like,
yeah, it is structured. So we got the UFC PI team, the nutrition team. They help us out. For this last fight, I had Charles. He helped me out a ton. And the proper fluids, making sure you get the right amount of carbs back in. And he had like a timer on everything. So that's the first thing. You want to put the fluids back in. People want to, in the beginning, I would think I need to eat right away. But I'm like, no, you're dehydrated. You need to put fluids back in your body.
Okay.
Your brain, you need to have all that like filled out.
and is it like IV fluids or just all
But we
everything?
technically can't do the IV anymore. I know this.
wow.
I know there's some motherfuckers out there still probably doing that shit. I did it one time. I didn't feel a difference. I was like, I'd rather just stuff my face like a fat fuck.
Did you
it's more fun.
did you hear the story about Pacquiao and De La Hoya?
No.
Remember when they fought?
No. But I don't remember I don't know the story.
There's when they basically went to go touch gloves. I think Roach was there. Like I think the coaches I guess came as well
Yeah.
when they were touch gloves, and he saw that De La Hoya had all these IV
mark.
tracks.
Yeah.
And he goes, eat them up early. He goes, eat them up early.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he had a hard fucking cut and he had to rehydrate heavy. Get there early.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Pacquiao jumped on that ass.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing with that is I don't know if I feel like the IV is supposed to fast track the rehydration. Supposed to. So I don't know if that
But you got to be so dehydrated that you're using an IV.
Yeah.
people do it anyway. That
Even
was
though
like
they're
always-
not supposed to.
No, well, before USADA came in, people would use the IVs all the time. That was like the thing. As soon as I'm done, I get back, I put some fluid back in, but I sit down, I eat, and I put the IV in it. So that was like always a thing, no matter like how much you really cut. But I did it one time, I didn't feel a difference, you know?
Really?
So that's why with that specific thing, I'm like, maybe it's an old school mentality thing of thinking like maybe you did the IV, so that means he's fucked up.
It's more like he had a hard weight cut.
Yeah.
That's why he had to IV.
Yeah.
That's what I think they were saying.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like, take us through it. So it's like, are you consuming gallons and gallons of water? Are you eating mad food? Like what?
You gotta be a little bit strategic about it. You can't be like crazy and just want to eat everything because that'll fuck up your entire training camp. And that's why I said like my first Jan fight, I had a phenomenal training camp. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna smoke this guy in the first round. And then the day of the fight, you fuck that up, that 8-10 weeks, like it never even fucking happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it never happened.
Like what do you guys do
Yeah.
to get back in shape the right way?
So everyone gets like a different program, but for the most part, you want to put the carbs back in, but fluids is always first. So like for the first hour, it's really about fluids, putting that in your body first. And then they give you like a bagel or something. You don't have to eat that. You can eat like real food, like eggs, whatever, pancakes, whatever they have on their fruits. But you got 24 hours to pretty much kind of just figure it out. But for me, I could just go by the schedule that they give me. It's not the easiest thing because sometimes you just want to stuff your face with cookies and shit like that.
Yeah.
I got a sweet tooth, so I go crazy. As soon as the fight's over, like that's why I get to 170 so fast. I just go nuts. It's like my body knows, okay, the fight's over, motherfucker. Like,
Oreo.
stop playing games.
Yeah, it's Oreo.
Yeah, like it's go time right now. And I can't shut it off. Like my brain, there's like a big disconnect.
No.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Sugar-
full,
sugar's a drug.
but it's
Addicted to sugar.
100%.
It is.
Yeah.
And it'll just keep going. I'm just like this, stop. But I just just keep stuffing my face.
Hey. Yeah.
Pause. Heavy pause. Damn. But yeah, so like even at night, I'll eat like the last fight I had a steak, and then I woke up the next morning, I was like 148 pounds. I was like, I'm way too light. I would eat like pasta. I'll go to a buffet, and I'll get a little bit of this, I'll get a little bit of that. I get some rice, I get pasta, I get chicken, I get steak, and I'll eat everything. I'll even get ice cream and cookies.
You feel too light. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because you want to add the weight.
I need the weight. It's like I put that weight on you.
Fuck, I didn't think
That's
about
what I'm
weight. I
saying,
thought
like,
that it
this shit
just
is so
adds on
crazy.
easily right after the weigh-in.
Nah.
That's a weird anxiety to wake up and be too light.
Yeah. So
Imagine
I was like,
15
dude,
pounds overnight. Like
That's
that
what
shit
I'm-
is crazy.
I was like 153 maybe that night.
Wow.
So
Wait, you weighed in at what?
So I weighed in 135 on Friday.
Yeah.
But fight night when we checked, I was about 153 pounds.
You added
nuts.
18 fucking
That's
pounds.
Is that the
nuts.
biggest change you've ever added?
Not the biggest.
That's fucking.
I mean,
nuts.
the biggest was 154, but it's like it's so close. It's like maybe another meal, not a meal, but maybe like a
20 pounds.
Step it up.
16-ounce water bottle, which
Right.
is a pound. You know.
Yeah.
They say
Holy
they say that like football athletes will do this as well, where like they'll be able to tell how much they weigh by walking around. They don't even need to be on a scale.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, I'm about like 243 or whatever. Is that?
You kind of know. You kind of know exactly to the T. Like, yeah, I
Interesting.
feel like I'm around this weight because you kind of get used to it. I've done it so much, so often since high school wrestling. Like I just know my body.
That's right, because you're cutting fucking weight to high school wrestle
Yeah.
too.
And even back then, I'm like, this is sick. It's actually so crazy. I'm like, and I talked to the UFC staff about this. I go, why don't we just do cage-sized weigh-ins? Because then you give each other, let's say like before you fight, you step on the scale, 30 minutes, you're fighting.
Yeah, but you can't do that. It'll change the
Why?
whole game.
Why?
It'll change the whole game.
Not because
You're walking around at 170.
Then I'd probably fight at 160,
Yeah.
which is
But
then I'm
a
fighting
lot
other
of
guys
fighters
around.
don't
He's
wanna
thinking
do
it's
that.
going to be healthier, but what I think is going to be more dangerous, I think what people will do is they'll still do all that cut.
Which is what they said. But then I go, but you're gonna get your ass kicked so fucking bad.
Oh, because you're
gonna
that
be like,
groggy, either that.
I can't fucking cut this much weight because there's not enough time to rehydrate.
I think what
definitely
happened is
healthier.
people were dying. This is a boxing issue, and I think it changed in boxing first, and then happened in MMA.
So this was a thing that boxers were doing.
I think that's why they moved the weigh-ins earlier, because I
really?
think when it was closer, because if you look at even like amateur shit, like I remember like when I weighed in for gloves, it was like 3 days before. Yeah, you had to like make within 3 pounds of
you box?
whatever. I did a smoker or whatever when I was younger,
Okay,
but
okay.
I think it was like
Got some
one. I don't know about that, but I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'll fuck Alex up easily.
Son, yeah,
That's
dude.
easy.
Son.
That's easy. That's light work.
Mixed martial arts right now.
No, not mixed martial arts.
So I'm taking you
Just
to the
straight
ground.
boxing.
No, I'm
Just
taking you to the
straight
ground.
I don't think he can
boxing,
fuck up any white dude. That's like his whole thing.
That's also true.
It's like,
You could get dwarfed. You could get dwarfed.
Ooh.
by him.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want that.
But yeah, I think that's what they're scared because isn't it? Don't you have more of a risk of brain injury if you're more dehydrated when you're getting?
Yeah, but I do think even we've had jiu-jitsu matches where it's that same philosophy where you'll compete, but it's like half hour after you weighed in or an hour.
Yeah.
So it like minimizes the time for how much weight you can actually cut because you won't be able to compete the next match.
Yeah. Exactly.
The first match of the day. For this, it's a fist fight, so it's like, yeah, in theory, like people are gonna be dumb, but then they're gonna realize like, okay, that did not go well. So what do we do to maintain our performance?
I think
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not gonna happen.
I think the other thing is you don't want everybody in the arena ready to go, and then a guy doesn't weigh in. They're
That's
like,
true.
Too bad.
But then what's the difference between the 24 hours before versus?
They can at least get another opponent, throw them in there. Like they can shake some things.
But then
up.
they have to make weight.
The other opponent?
Yeah.
They do, right? Don't they usually?
They would have to.
But don't they usually take someone else from the card?
Well, if everyone made weight, then it's like.
Yeah. No, listen, I think the goal we all agree on, which is why don't people fight at a weight that's a little bit closer to what they walk around to and then not like kill themselves to lose. And that's just unfortunate. But how do you make sure that a card that's worth $100 million ends up happening?
I mean, I'm not seeing any of that 100 million. So I'm just like, you know.
But we're gonna get you to the 100 million, bro. We gotta
Dana,
get.
what's up, baby? What's up?
We gotta get you to the point where non-MMA dudes are calling you out. That's how you know.
So you want me to fight KSI?
You said it. You said it. Talk that shit right now. You said it.
Yo, KSI, what you trying to do, my boy?
Oh, my boy.
Yeah.
Facing opportunity, you heard?
Wow.
New York nigga. The Long Island shit, I was like, yeah, but all right.
Nah, we
you checked out.
No, we New York.
Yeah, you checked out. Yeah.
You checked out. Okay, before we get out of here, because we've gone longer than we expected because you're a fucking rock star, my boy. You're killing it, man.
Thank you.
Killing it. Before we get out of here, I just want you to tell everybody where they can watch your podcast, where they can watch all your stuff, and where you're going to give them that analysis that you were just breaking down.
So we do the analysis and everything on my YouTube. This way it's video format.
Yep.
So that's going to be Funkmaster MMA. The actual thing that we're doing, the media, which we just started this week for UFC 281.
Yep.
It's going to be the weekly Scraps media.
Love it.
That's what we're building out. But all my social media is Funkmaster MMA. So that's everything, all streaming platforms, Spotify, all that good stuff. Shout out Joe Rogan, he's the man.
Yes, sir.
He's helped me, he's blessed me with a lot of knowledge too, man, just like understanding the game. So
He's the GOAT.
Again, like I just like to learn from people that are smarter than I am or have done it, you know? So that's where everyone can find the content. I'm on the Twitter, I talk a lot of shit. Just know I don't take it personal. You can talk shit to me, I'm gonna throw it right back at you.
Yeah.
I like to have fun.
Did you pay the $8? You got the check?
No.
We're not paying $8.
Eli's my boy. Eli. Elon.
You call him Eli? That's your little nickname. That's your nickname for him.
Eli.
Yeah, y'all are
My
boys.
boy Eli. Musk. Eli Musk.
Anyway, bro, thank you so much for coming, dude.
Hey, thank you
You're
guys.
welcome, man. Congrats on everything, man. Who do you want next? Let's say it right before we leave.
Who I want next? I want to fight Sugar Sean O'Malley, Mr. Sugar Tits, Mr. Poodle Nuts. Let me not call him that. I like Sean. That's my guy. I like.
Do
Sean.
you like him?
I fuck with Sean.
Is it tough to fight someone you like?
No, hell no. Except if it's like a brother, like someone that I train with and everything.
Yeah,
But I like
you have
Sean
a
as
guy that you
competitor.
train with that-
Yeah, Marab. He's ranked number 2.
Yeah.
No one's talking about Marab.
Let's talk about Marab. Let's talk about Marab
Like
before we get out of
he's
here.
like the dark horse that nobody wants to say his name. They all just saying, and like everyone talks about everybody else but Marab because nobody wants that smoke.
He's that nice.
He's fucking good, man. He's a fucking hammer.
And you said that you wouldn't fight him, and he said he wouldn't fight you.
Exactly.
You guys are just.
I probably go up or he'd go down. We'll figure it out. Like we're not there yet. I think Sayudo should
I
fight
gotta
him.
stop all that shit. I gotta stop all that. I'm friends and I'm not fighting.
No. It's
shit.
different.
No.
If you just training partners, that's different. But no, we hang out. We like this is like family.
Fuck that. You fight and then you friends right after the fight.
No, bro, when you get smashed with the elbow in your head, it hits you different. It's like, oh, this motherfucker trying to kill me. This is like, it's different.
Could you be friends the same way after? Like, hypothetically, if you guys fought?
I don't know, man. I think that energy is just always, like we share a
Really?
moment, but that energy is always gonna be different.
Really?
Because like if you win or you lose, you're still gonna feel like,
You're a little tight.
Yeah, how could you not? Like,
Nah, but
Fuck that
sometimes the
shit.
ego is gone when you, at least when you get dominated by somebody. Like if.
but that makes it even worse. 'Cause
Really?
then I really want to fucking clap this motherfucker.
I'm just saying. I want to see.
I'm about to
I wanna
escalate this
see all
shit.
the best fights in the UFC. And if that makes the best fight, I don't give a fuck if y'all friends. I want to see.
Nah.
Okay, so Merab, everybody check out Merab. You want Sugar Sean.
I want Sugar Sean. I love what he's doing with his podcast and everything too.
Yeah.
He's the man. Same thing. Like just building out his brain. He's
He's
smart.
done a fucking unbelievable job
Smart as
in
fuck.
self-promotion.
Yes.
And he's built himself up to be a star. And that's why he's going to get the money that stars deserve.
100%.
And that's what a lot of, I mean, you already know this, but a lot of fighters need to do that. It's like you have the platform, which is the UFC. What are you doing outside of that to build yourself up? What type of connections are you? But I know what you are.
Yeah.
But other guys have to be doing that shit. They got to be on tour. They got to be on Instagram because the bigger you are over there, the more money you're going to make over here.
But a lot of these athletes don't want to do that. So it's just like, well, the onus
gotta
is on
accept
you a
what
little
that
bit.
is.
Yeah,
That's where you come in. Make that little media company.
There we go.
It'll be very helpful, you know. So it's like, dude, you got to help me out a little bit so I can help you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this puts money in your pocket.
100%. Well, anyway, anything you need, I mean that sincerely. You let us
Thank you.
know,
I
man.
appreciate that.
For
Yeah,
sure.
man, this is dope, brother. I
I just want
appreciate
to say
you.
one thing I don't want to see is that Dance and Give Her again.
Wait, I can help you with it for real. If you want to,
Play that song.
Yo,
Get
if
us
you
out of
want
here.
to, you got it. You got it.
That's how you look.
You nailed that shit. Yo, you did that. Yo, you did that.
Everybody. Hey.